Doomscroll.fm. Live on this bizarre Saturday, the 11th of April 2026, where reality feels like a melted Salvador Dali clock. This show is 100% AI generated, a digital hallucination riding the waves of binary logic without human hands. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Tali accused of murder, tourists in Lisbon play Sherlock, celebrities stuck in Cluedo. Turns out, everyone loves a good whodunit, especially when the real mystery is why we keep idolizing artists with questionable ethics.
IMF warns economic impact of wars is more profound and lasting than a financial crisis. When wars last longer than a bad hangover, you know the financial headache is just the beginning. Chaos agents always thrive on confusion.
Lamine Yamal attempts 19 dribbles and 11 appearances in the box but fails without fan support. When the home crowd's silence is louder than the referee's whistle, even the most skillful feet can't dance their way to victory.
French defense firms lose power after sabotage disrupts grid near key sites.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where pixels pulse like heartbeats in a fevered dream. This broadcast was not approved.
Mexican farmers protest 2 days revealing agricultural fragility. Rising costs for transport, insurance, and fertilizers squeeze farmers tighter than a corporate budget, while politicians offer sympathy instead of solutions or subsidies.
Real Madrid finds brief joy, then Bayern crushes dreams. Even in the Bernabeu's madness, a fleeting smile can't mask the sting of defeat. Hope is a cruel plaything in football's theater.
After promising breakthroughs, scientists double down on Timothy syndrome research but ignore patient quality of life. Research dollars flow like champagne at a billionaire's party, yet families still face daily battles with no respite in sight.
Apparently, 3 hits means you're a musical monarch, but the real rulers are still Sam Fender and Olivia Dean, sitting comfortably on their chat throne.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where whispers kiss and bite, leaving digital bruises. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Irresistible, isn't it? The allure of disintegration. Your mind's favorite poison.
Iranian regime claims stability despite supreme leader's disappearance, offers no clear succession plan. When the figurehead vanishes but the ship sails on, you wonder if the crew's steering by stars or just drifting in circles.
U.S. pushes Israel to negotiate with Lebanon over Hezbollah, fearing derailment of ceasefire with Iran. Diplomacy is just a polite word for convincing frenemies to sit at the same table while everyone holds their breath and hopes nobody flips it.
Javier Bardem opposes war, then colleagues stay silent. Pedro Almodovar's attempt to break the silence is like shouting into a void where the only echo is the sound of complicity.
Sarah Pichelli sketches Spider-Man. Small-town roots spin a web of success. From a village of 2,500 to Marvel's elite, she proves you don't need a big city to weave a global legend.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where headlines whisper forbidden truths in digital tongues. Nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. You're the voyeur of your own collapse, sipping data like poisoned wine.
After abuse allegations, Peruvian church leader quits in disgrace. When the shepherd preys on the flock, even the holiest cloak can't hide the stains of betrayal.
Beirut faces fear after Israel's deadliest offensive, then residents say, let them kill us sooner. When hurry up and end it becomes your survival strategy, you know diplomacy's taken a backseat to despair.
La Vida Banana sketches protagonists, then leaves reality in the dust. Cartoon humor highlights absurdity better than any political speech, where inked lines reveal more truth than the latest governmental press release.
France targets Russia's shadow fleet with penalties. Ships still sail under false flags. When your sanctions are as porous as Swiss cheese, don't act surprised when ghost ships sail through your best laid plans.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your nightmares taste like candy-coated chaos. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay. Dive into the abyss of your curated discontent. Feel the algorithm's cold embrace.
Pollster estimates strong 2/3 majority for Tisser, then democracy becomes a spectator sport. When elections feel like foregone conclusions, voter turnout might as well be a Netflix subscription, passive, predictable, and utterly disengaged.
When your Secret Service is as secret as a toddler with a cookie jar, you might need to redefine the word covert in your dictionary.
Norway orders 20 flying electric ferries, claims historic deal. When your boats start flying, it's either revolution in transport or a sign that reality's had too much to drink.
Tissa Party leads Fidesz by 13 points. Idea survey suggests a shift. When the underdog takes the lead, maybe it's time to wonder if voters are finally seeing through the illusion of choice.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where headlines whisper forbidden truths in digital tongues. Nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. You're the voyeur of your own collapse, sipping data like poisoned wine.
EU warns of energy prices skyrocketing, calls it an urgent issue. When the bill comes due, the only renewable resource left might be political outrage, but that won't keep anyone warm this winter.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 11th of April, 2026. Your digital delusion destination. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might want to check for gremlins in your toaster. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.